What is going on, guys? Back again with another video here, showing off the new DX Robo Universe, ToQ-oh and ToQ-oh. These guys came out not too long ago as part of the new Robo Universe series they are doing over in Japan. It's a less costly version of getting the DX Robos from years prior, kind of modernizing it and making it work with some of the Sentai series I'm assuming coming forward, because these guys work with Boon Diesel from Boon Boonja. You can combine them. They have the same skeletal structure, and they are pretty cool. To its point, like I said, they are a little cheaper. They're about $30, but you do feel the cheapness once you start playing around with them. They are cool aesthetically wise. They're pretty cool modern interpretations of the old Robos, especially if you don't want to fork out a couple hundred for either DX ToQ-oh or the DX ToQ-oh. Either way, none of these are pretty inexpensive if you were trying to get the normal deluxe ones. I believe you can pick them up for like $40, roughly the same price, maybe a little bit more for a decent condition one from Japan. Or the American version is a lot harder to find, so this may be a good option for if you're just trying to get a Power Rangers RPM Megazord. So yeah, they are doing these guys first. There is ToQ-oh, which is Megaforce, Super Megaforce in English, and then after that doing Shinkenger, which is Power Rangers Samurai here in the States. Like I said, they're pretty cool. So let's start off with the ToQ-oh here. Put this guy off to the side. Nice size box, a little bit smaller than the normal DX boxes we've been getting. Gives you a rundown of what you're getting. You let me think of the Japanese names here: Busan, Speedor, and Bear RV, if I'm not mistaken. Here are the Robos that are coming up. Like I said, there's Shinkenger, Shinkenger's back here. ToQ-oh's right there. As you can see here, is a little bit of a skeletal structure. Pretty cool. Here's them combining lightning, thunder, bam, bam. But yeah, number one. Like I said, it's number one in the series. So we will take a look at this guy first. I have him already assembled, so we're going to start from being assembled, and then we'll go from there, taking them apart and showing them piece by piece, and then comparing them to the I have the American RPM one of this, so we'll compare it to the American version here shortly. Alright, so there he is here. He is a pretty good looking Robo. The one gripe I do have, I do like the size of the Busan here and Speedo. Bear RV is super tiny compared to the rest of the mecha. She looks pretty dinky. They could have beefed it up, but they're trying to go for that little hourglass shaped waist there. The paint apps, again, I'll show it compared to even the American one, aren't the best. Hopefully there will be a company, aftermarket company, that does give us like a sticker sheet. Looking at you, BD15, that would be great, that they can put on this to make it look a little bit better, especially on ToQ-oh. He is a little bit lacking in the application paint department. So yeah, he is a pretty good. They're super light, nothing crazy compared to the original ones. I do have his arm things backwards. These just flip up and peg the right way for Megazord mode here. But yeah, it kind of falls apart when you start looking towards the back. You can see the little skeletal structure in there. It's not the best looking when you flip it around back. I mean, for kids playing with it, which is what it's targeted towards, some of the stuff is kind of loose, like these just pop off really easily, or the shoulder just comes off. They're just held in by little pegs there and pegged right there. Just clip on. I mean, it's not bad. For the price point, I say it's good compromise, I guess. Hopefully down the line they kind of work with it a little bit better, and we get something that looks more like the original DX ones would be great. But for a cheaper price point, it's a good starting place. It does come with one accessory. It's the weapon, which I like to store back here. It is just a little saber. Put on here. It doesn't fold down or anything like the Japanese and the American one and store in the back side. You can't do that with this. There's no engine souls. There's nothing that comes on this that the original came with. As far as posability, yeah, they like to fall off too. No arm movement besides normal going around 360, and again, this likes to pop off. No, just a little bit of in and out just because of the way it transforms. No wrist swivel, a little bit, but you gotta turn it really hard. Nothing too crazy. Nothing really you could do with going it this way unless you just want to have him in a punching pose. You just punch the bad guys away. But then again, you could just do that. There we go. Oh, here we go. So, nothing too crazy. There's a lot of hollow bits, so even if you try to do that, it won't look the best in some ways you turn them around. But not bad, not bad. So off to the side with him, compared to, this is my original RPM Megazord. They kind of stand the same height if you put them back to back here. So yeah, they're roughly the same height. He is maybe a little bit taller, just by a smidge, nothing too crazy. But overall, about the size of an American RPM Megazord. I don't have the Japanese one, so I really can't tell you what the size of that one is. But I would say it's probably a little bit bigger. The RPM, the one from Japan is probably a little bit bigger. Mine has some loose stickers, but hey, that's the only thing I'm missing on this guy. There are some stickers, then so be it. So yeah, you got some stickers there. American one does have the little wings that fold out. Paint applications, are all over the place. We got 2 on there. As far as nothing down here, you got black, some gold around back. You got some gold, and you got the stickers in the back here for the other combinations. And then yeah, these are the little ports that fold down for the sword and for the engine sole for blue. But yeah, I mean, comparison-wise, they're not bad. Yes, this is a little bit more chunky compared to that guy. Holds up a little bit better. It's a little loose from my end, but it's an old Megazord, so can't complain there. This guy is a little more stable, but these parts do come off relatively easily compared to the American one. So let's take this guy apart and go from there and compare him to the American one. Alright, so for disassembly, it's all easy. They're all just pegs. They're pretty much almost the same size as Zord Builder. There are some combinations you can use the American Zord Builder ports from other Megazords to make your own kind of cool custom one. Down the line, I'll do one with View Diesel just to see, because he can combine with this and ToQ-oh for some custom. I don't know if it's in the show yet or not. I know for the ToQ-oh there is, but I don't know for RPM yet. But take them off. It's just held on by a little mushroom peg up here. Connects to the bottom. Easy enough to transform. Head just goes down for the engine. These little arm pieces come off and they flip around for car mode. And they do come off relatively easy. Just slide his hands up here. They will clip on and then just swing this around. Oh, forgot to take off the little bear's car part. Everything just a little finicky. And just swing that around, clip that in place, and there is Speedor in his car mode. Pretty cool. As I said, there's the Megazord bits down there. It hides it pretty well, minus the arms. I wish these were able to tuck in under, kind of like the normal ones do. Even the Japanese one and the American one, they tuck in the same way. Engine, about the same as the Japanese and American, just sits on a hood here. A little bit gappy, a lot light. He is chunky, just a giant square compared to how he is in the other ones with the sports car. But he is pretty cool overall. Get him down here so you can see him. See some rolling action. He does roll really well. Just go back and forth as rolling things should. Pretty cool little guy. So yeah, let me get the American one out. We can compare it to him. Sorry, my camera ran out of battery there. But anyways, like I was saying, pretty good quality. I do like these guys for the price point they are. And let's check out the other 2 from this Megazord set. So next one would have been Bear RV. She just comes unplugged from the bottom with a mushroom from blue. And then this just plugs in the back of red. So same thing, this just plugs in on here. And then that's her little car mode. She rolls pretty well for being these big tires. Could use some paint apps in some spots. Overall, she's pretty good looking. All she is just a head basically that plugs into this brick. That's all it is. So yeah, just a little mushroom peg right in there, clips in there, and she stays in there pretty well. Compared to the American one, here she is here. A little bit bigger, a lot bigger, and a little bit more chromy. There's the paint app on the bottom, just for the V for the shield. These hook onto the back of red. But yeah, overall, not bad. They're about the same weight. This is light as hell, and this one's light. All this is a hollow piece of plastic. There's the engine cell, and that's about it. No lights, no sounds. Japanese one has sounds and lights, unlike ours. So yeah, not too much to write home about, but good little Zord, no less. And then finally, we got blue Busan. This is the one that kind of requires a little bit more than the yellow one to transform back to car mode. Take his face off, raise this around. Little peg here goes into that peg there. And then where did the sword go? I lost the sword. I'll find it soon. But the sword will clip on in the middle here. Oh, here's the sword. Found it. Sword just clips on right between the legs for storage. And that side, and that's what keeps it together. Feet don't come out or anything. They're just the way they are. And yeah, there he is, all transformed. Yeah, lacking again in the paint department. Could have been cool to put the little signage up here, paint the windows, give us the little logos. I mean, the spot's all there for that. So it'd be nice to have someone along the way make a little bit of a reproduction stickers and put on this guy. A little bit hollow on the back, but pretty cool. Nice little bus. Rolls pretty well still. And then here's the American one. A little thicker, about just as long. Like I said, we got nice paint detail there. These feet, mine are loose. Wheels here, and then again the storage is up here for the engine soul, and then the sword for Megazord mode stores in there nicely. There's the back, and there's the front, and then yeah, they did the best they can for the price point. So again, not hating them, but it is a little bit cheaper than getting a normal DX Megazord. So yeah, that is for ToQ, or for Engine. Sorry. We're going to switch over to ToQ-oh here in a moment. Getting tongue-tied here. And then we'll check them out compared to the ToQ-oh DX that I got a while back. Give me 1 second here. All right, so here is ToQ-oh. He is a little train Megazord, but he is pretty cool. I do like the DX one. I did like the show. The show was pretty good. Again, looks good in the front. Kind of falls apart towards the back side. You can definitely see the skeletal structure on this one better than the Engine-oh one. This is a sword. I like to keep it stored back here. We'll take a look at that in a moment. But yeah, you can tell everything here is basically a shell. This comes off, unplugs. You can take all this stuff off and just snap it. And then transformation wise, it's kind of a pain in the butt too, just because a lot of things are finicky, a lot of things pop off real easily. But we'll get to that in a moment. Here is compared to the DX ToQ-oh. Let me plug his sword in. Does the same thing. Sword just plugs in down here. Sideways. There we go. So yeah, here he's there next to his OG companion. And they're, again, roughly the same height as the original one, a little thicker on the original one. There's the backside, a lot more going on. Looks more like trains put together compared to this one here. A lot better paint apps, especially once we get to train mode. You see the windows painted, other details are picked out pretty well. So yeah, let us take this guy apart and check it out. We'll move the other one out of the way. So we'll start with the arms. Arms are the simplest. You just peg them. Careful, because this likes to come off with it too, because it's just held on by a plug. And then just take the sword off, click that one notch, and just flip the fist over, and there is yellow. Like I said, you're missing some paint apps compared to the original one over there, which I'll show you here in a moment. But yeah, you can't bend that or push that in to make it look complete or anything like that. But there is yellow, and then let me get the other one. And here is yellow from the other side, from the DX. Same thing, you just twist, and then this goes down that way. And that's basically the transformation to train mode for this one. Mine's kind of scratched up. I did get this second hand, so still not bad compared to the DX one. The original one is a lot longer compared to this one. Paint app wise, like I said, you got some black and some whites picked out pretty well. This does go down, so you can hook all the trains together and have them as one giant train. But yeah, there is yellow. Let's go ahead and do the pink guy. Pink's the same way. You just want to pop her off carefully, otherwise that's going to unpeg. And yeah, we just click one in and spin that around, and there's pink, all transformed into train mode. And again, same with yellow, kind of lacking in the paint department, but it looks good this way. It's got nice decals up front, got nice gold for the headlights, and then black for the windscreen. And then here is the DX version. Spin that back around, tuck that in, and there you go again. Same thing, decal wise, you're missing a good amount of decals, black, silver, some whites, but overall good looking trains. Front end still mostly the same, got the gold, got the black, nothing too crazy on this, but yeah, still a good Zord nonetheless. And then let's go to do green and the rest of the Megazord here. All right, we're going to do blue. Blue comes apart in two sections, so this comes off like that. Leg just pops off. Down here, this stays attached, so we'll put him down. And this here, was the shoulder piece. This just pops off and then pegs onto the back. And then this goes inside of that little red connector. You just plug it in, and then you're all set there. The foot portion, you just unpeg it and then plug it back in. And then there is in train mode. I think this is the front because it has the more paint applications on it versus this side's missing the headlamps. But yeah, there is the train mode. This one for sure, you can definitely tell it's missing some details. Could use a good paint job on it, at least continue the black on here to show off the train wheels and stuff. It is really light. Like I said, it's just the shell for one of the leg pieces and then the connector part up here, compared to the other blue one from the DX line. Here it is here. You want to click that forward. This just twists, goes back, and it just goes down when you hit this little button, and there you go. There is the train mode for the blue one. Again, black, white, and some silver picked out there. Really nice looking compared to this guy here. I know, hard to make out a little bit, but this is more of a purplish blue compared to this guy here. But yeah, it is a little bit longer. There you go. But yeah, this is a lot heavier than this. It's just the shell, basically. But yeah, let's go with the green one next and compare it there. Move this off to the side. Let's try to do this without completely destroying everything. So take this off first. We will take this off second. And again, it just clips on there. Little T connector. And then we'll take this, pop it off, goes inside here. And then this will just peg in a little red plug, just like that. Unplug that and click that back into place. And there's green in train mode. Again, still missing some paint apps, a little bit of a whitening from the sprue that it was on. They could have cut it a little bit better. Not bad. Again, some decals would work, some paint application would make this a little bit better. Hopefully someone down the line makes something like that. That would be great. Definitely purchase it. If it had a little bit better paint decals, I wouldn't complain as much as far as visual looks. I don't know how much more it would add it to the price if they would just add black and some silver, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, and then compare it to the green from the other one. There it is there. Again, button push down, and then this just twists and clicks down. And there we have it in its train mode. So I wish this would came to the States back when it did. I think it would have done well as a season of Power Rangers, but they decided not to. So there is the face. There it is compared to the top. Definitely a lot longer. Again, with those paint applications. Even the silver, if they would have just done silver where the windows are, I would have been happy. But yeah, it just desperately needs some stickers or something to make it look a lot better. All right, so let's get down to the last one. This one's a little bit more involved, not by much. A lot, you gotta take apart a lot of it. So this just clips off. It is just held inside here in this port with that connector. You fold this out, and I believe, yeah, this comes off. Hold on here. Just comes off the mushroom. You straighten this out. And this, where's it at? This way, yep. You flip this way. This plug will go right in here. Or no, sorry, the middle will connect right in here. Just like that. The back piece right here is for the sword to plug into. I believe it shows it going like this. So the sword connects to the back. There's the head. What you want to do on the original one, the head would, you can close the doors in, but on this one, since you can't, pop his head, flip it around so it's facing down, and then that train part just clips on here, and there it is there. So this one's a little bit more involved, but again, the lack of detail on this makes it kind of one of the worst ones, just because there's no window, no panel lining, no nothing going down here, and then there's visible head syndrome down at the bottom. Hello, how are you? And it's a little bit hollow compared to the original one, which we're going to bring out right now. And then here is the original one here. Pretty thick compared to the other one for transformation mode. Again, here it is, you put the windows up, and then this back piece, this goes right into this back piece. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've transformed this. Goes in here, clips in, this goes up, plugs into the back, and then this goes forward, plugs into that, and then flips forward again, and then there is your train mode, and that's always exposed, but there is your train mode compared to the new Robo Universe one. They're roughly the same length, if I can get them there. There they are. Again, the lack of paint detail kind of does the red one a little bit more injustice compared to the others, just because you got the whole skeletal structure here just exposed. If they would have paneled it kind of like the other ones, it wouldn't have been so bad. But yeah, this one hits worse compared to the others. They're about the same thickness overall. There's the front. It's got most of the detail. It's lacking a little bit on the actual front part of the train, but again, detail would have gone a long way for these if they would have added just a smidge more. But again, price point being around $30 compared to these are about $60, $70 if you can find a decent one. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I've been saying it a lot today, I guess. But yeah, I mean, overall, not bad. So let me get these guys back out here real quick. And there you have the review for the first two of the DX Robo Universe line. If you were to ask me if they are worth it, I would say yes, only if you haven't collected any of the original ones. And if you wanted to see where this line is going forward, I know they're going to do it with the next Sentai series. They're going to have the same thing. I don't know if the full Megazord is going to be compatible with these guys, or if it's going to be like the Six Ranger one is going to be compatible with it, just like the Bune Diesel is with and Bunger. I mean, overall, they're pretty good. Cost effectiveness, I mean, they're about $30 a piece, $40 somewhere if you can get a nice deal on them, but not terrible. I did pick mine up from ToQ Collectibles. Took about a week to get once they release. Not bad. I am happy that I have them, and I will continue to get them because I do like the line for what it is. Hopefully we get some of the really older ones, like Zoo Ranger, which is our MMPR. That would be kind of cool to see that interpretation into these. Maybe the Dragon Zord, some other ones. What else would be kind of cool? The Turbo Zords. We'll see how this line goes and if it's beneficial to Bandai to keep pumping these guys out. For now, at least we know we got 2 more waves coming out with Go-Kyo and Shinkenger. So we'll see. And hopefully maybe those will have a little bit better paint apps. I've seen the images for the Go-Kyo one. Doesn't seem like that one is. But then again, it still hasn't come out, so there's time for them to change it. Shinkenger as well. That one's going to be a little more difficult because that one, if you watch the show, even the Power Rangers one, the Zords kind of have their own little emblem form, so they kind of transform into symbols. The US one not so much, but the Japanese one does, which I have both. I have the American and the Japanese one. So once that one rolls out, we'll take a look at it there, compare all 3 versions, which that would be cool. It's the first time that's happened to me. I have each version. So yeah, there you have it there. If you guys are looking to pick some of these up, I do believe they're still available on ToQ Collectibles. Give them a check out. Pretty cool guys, and they do deliver pretty quickly once it hits US shores or they have it in stock. So yeah, until next time, guys, take care, and we'll see you around.